For the second time in a week, Donnie Rowe's fate is now in the hands of a jury. This time, they will decide whether he deserves the death penalty after he was convicted of murdering 2 state corrections officers.
Molly Jett spent the day at the courthouse watching the final phases of the trial unfold.
That's right. The 9th day of the Rowe trial brought more defense witnesses, closing statements, and deliberation. In fact, this courtroom right behind me was filled with emotion just before closing statements when dozens of officers came in to support Christopher Monica's and Curtis Ballou's family.
The fact is that man isn't sorry for the murders that took place on June 13th of 2017.
That's District Attorney T. Wright Barksdale. He started closing statements by saying Rowe entered the gate on the prison bus first, giving Ricky DuBose the opportunity to kill.
The defendant and Ricky DuBose were in it together. They were parties to the crime.
Defense attorney Frank Hogue said he feels the same anger and pain the jurors felt as they listened to testimonies, but Hogue says Rowe will never ride on a bus again.
Donnie Rowe will die in prison.
Barksdale also acknowledged Rowe's troubled childhood, but said,
This man is almost 50 years old.
Hogue says Rowe's parents failed him. He then tells the jury they will be changed by the trial itself and their final decision.
Your individual moral decision whether to sentence this man to die by lethal injection or die of natural causes one day in prison will become an indelible part of you.
Barksdale argued for the death penalty and asked the jury to give the same mercy Rowe gave to both Curtis Ballou and Christopher Monica.
Is that nothing, and I mean nothing, is off limits for this man. Businesses, homes, the everyday guy, the elderly, law enforcement. It doesn't matter who the victim is.
Now, I also spoke to Curtis Ballou's sister, and she told me she hopes the jury will put their whole heart into a verdict that equates to the heinous crime committed on June 13th, 2017. In Eatonton, Molly Jett, 13 WMAZ News.
Rowe's children and another one of his cousins also testified today. Jurors deliberated for more than 4 hours.
Last week, jurors convicted Rowe of 2 counts of malice murder, 2 counts of felony murder, escape, and hijacking. Jury deliberations resume tomorrow morning at 9.